Up everyone, it's me Prasanna back again, and this time I have two new faces here. I'll be joined by Tanu soon. He has some internet connection issues, so he'll join back later. So first there is Satish, who is a member of Whistle for Army and a fellow CSK fan.
Hi.
And on the other side, I have Varun Hanush, a good friend from
Hello.
New York, and there he is, Dhanush, joining finally.
So sorry for the delay. I'm here.
No, it's
I
okay,
was
it's
just
okay, just in time. So of course we're going to be talking about the fourth test between India and England. What has happened in the series before, and possibilities of how of what a squad composition will be, although it may not change much, and what and about the waffling about the pitches and everyone crying, oh, this pitch is turning, oh, it's this and that, all this nonsense. So I'll just get everyone's opinions about what you have felt about the series so far. So I'll go with Janush, Satish, and then Varun, and Hanush also can give his opinion if he can. Yeah, Janush, so what's been your take on the series so far, and how do you see the last game panning out?
So I think what happened was we played the first test in Chennai, which was kind of a pitch which kind of was a normal Indian pitch we used to see. First few days will be good, and then it'll deteriorate in the third, fourth day, and then it'll be very difficult to bat in the last innings. That is what usually happens in India.
Yeah,
After seeing that, how important the toss becomes in these kind of tests, India thought World Championship on stake. We are not giving you these pitches. Day one is equals to day five.
let's welcome Bharat as well. So yeah, Janush, go on.
Yeah. So basically, day one is equals to day five. We'll give you spinning tracks from day one, and that is not going to change in test four as well. I think I saw Rahane's interview, which said that this is also going to be a spinning track. Stop cribbing about it. Stop crying about it. Focus on your defense, as Kohli said. Batsmen can play that. If you can play seam and bounce, you can play spin as well.
Exactly.
It's even Indian batsmen are not doing well. Rahane also pointed out that we have not played in India in the last 2-3 years that much that we would have liked. We've played outside in New Zealand, Australia, England. So
Exactly.
this particular series, we are seeing that even our batsmen are suffering, not just
Yeah.
the England batsmen, and that we saw in the third Test match in Ahmedabad. It ended in 2 days because both the batsmen suffered. It was not that the pitch was that bad. I would again say that the pitch was not that bad. I say some impact because of the pink ball because it was skidding a little from the pitch. But other than that, I think fourth Test is going to be an easy win for India.
I mean, we all say that's a hard pitch to batter, right? But let me just give one situation. Johnny Bairstow, you're an experienced batsman. You're one of the great. You're one of England's best batsmen. You're coming in on the second innings. You're on a pair, and first ball you try to sweep.
Yep.
Makes absolutely no sense. And on that note, we'll continue from Satish. Satish, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, this series wasn't anything different than the other Indian home series. Uh, every test had a result. In every test, our spinners dominated. That's what happens in India. In the third
Yeah.
test, the only difference was that the duration and the number of overs bowled. And
Yeah.
more than the pitch, I would complained on the English, not just the Englishmen, but also Indians. Both the batsmen failed to choose the correct strokes. We saw our Indians failing and the Englishmen failing, but only thing was we had enough number of spinners to attack the batsmen. That's
Yeah.
where England lost.
Yeah.
And we never, in subcontinental condition, no captain would play against a side like India with just one spinner.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the bowling that decided this series. It was completely ruled by the batsman. In the third test, it was Rohit's innings that made the difference between the two sides.
Yeah.
In fact, that was the innings that took us to the result.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, Varun, even speaking of Rohit, even in the first test, he scored a. Not only did he score 160, he scored 160 at a very good rate also. It's not that very labor 160th of 300, 400 balls. He scored in like 230 balls or something. And even in the second test match, he scored good runs in the first innings and second innings, even though it was just 49, he composed himself and he played well. And
And another misconception made by the Englishmen was they were more concentrating in sweep shots. They weren't thinking about the control they should have while playing a sweep shot.
yeah,
Even Joe Root tried to play his his favorite shot and got out
yeah,
in the
yeah.
third
So
test.
Varun, so even talking about the pitch, I mean, I think every one of us remembers Pune 2017, the minefield it was, and even in that pitch, so on the second inning, Steve Smith scored 100. I mean, he scores hundreds everywhere. Let's make no bounds about it. But he scores every. It's just about your application and so Varun. So how do you see? Do you think England will go with Dombes as well, or will they stick to the same lineup, or how do you see England lining up?
Well, the pitch is now spin pitch. I mean, in the third test, an experienced captain like Joe Root, he should have known, what players to pick instead of blaming on the pitch. He's such an, great player and experienced captain, and he did not maybe, look at the pitch while he picked four pacers. So
Yeah.
coming to the fourth test, he should, bring in more spinners to give a good attack to the Indian batsmen.
Yeah, even then, I think one defense you can keep in England's point is because they thought this is a pink ball test, and at the night the pink ball would swing. But you hardly played two nights though. And in the second day, the afternoon sessions, probably second session, so the game was over. So
Do you mind if I cut in a little with the England team selection?
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, they concentrated on the fact that it was a pink ball test rather than seeing what the pitch was and then coming up with the lineup for the third test.
Exactly.
Other than that, also, I would not like to add one more spinner. Rather than that, I would add one more batsman because Joe Root did a fantastic job. His line and length is much better than Tom Best because if you see in the first test, his line and length, he gave out a lot of free deliveries for people to set in.
Yeah, around
So I think
19
adding one
full
more
tosses.
batsman, exactly. So adding one more batsman in the squad, at least you'll be getting more runs. And whereas Joe Root can come in and bowl a spin. So unless one seamer out of that mix of three, and then adding a batsman to the mix, I think that would help England a lot in getting that target at least above 200 or something.
Now, Bharat, where do you stand on that?
That's actually true what he's saying because Joe Root did a great job with the off spin, and Dominic Bess is also off spinner, right? So there is no use of bringing in Dominic Bess instead of another fast bowler, just like what he said. Bringing in a better batsman who can play spin better would be a real better choice for England, considering the fact that if it's going to be spinning once again. And coming back to the pitch debate, well, everyone are calling this pitch substandard or something like that. Well, I would say the pitch was substandard. I mean, it is helping the home conditions. Yes, it is helping. It is helping out. The ball is spinning. Yes, Indians spin better than other nations. Maybe like all subcontinents play. But the one question which I would like to ask all those who are saying that the pitch is substandard is that doesn't the pitches in England or in Australia or New Zealand are substandard? Doesn't it have the home condition, home advantage to their favor? Haven't we seen Lord's pitch, being so grassy, supporting the paces, and what do you call? The commentators will be like, "Oh my God, the pitch is so the ball is coming on to the bat very difficult. The seamers are having a great time with the ball, and that's how you call it. You never say that the pitch is substandard because what do you say? Nowadays, if a ball is turning a lot, if it's the batsman is finding it difficult to play the spin, you call that pitch as a minefield, right? Whereas if a seamer is enjoying the pitch, you never call it as a minefield. You call it as a bowler's paradise or something like that. So that what you call substandard has to change. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that, but the way you see the pitch, that has to be changing. And one more important thing is that the same pitch, the first day of the first test match, it was a batsman's paradise, okay? And then you never came out and say it was so easy for batting. The pitch was so dry. The pitch was so, what do you say? It was a batsman's paradise. You never came out and say like that. All the England pundits were like, oh my God, England batsmen have played themselves so well. They played so well. The England batsmen are so great in India, and that's how they call it. But to be in real, the pitch in the first day of the first match, in Chennai was actually substandard. It was supporting batsmen. Whereas if you compare it to the third day, it was turning. And I would say the reason we lost the first match was because of that reason. But not many England pundits never came out and said it. Like they didn't accept the fact that it was due to the pitch they won. So the basic fact you have to change the mentality of that. The pitch is the reason for everything has to change. You have to apply yourself better. And as someone pointed out, they didn't play well. Johnny Besto was trying to sweep in the first ball of the match. Knowing the ball is turning well, everyone going to the back foot and playing instead of coming to the front foot and defending. So that's how you play. That's how I think Kohli pointed out in the post-match presentation that you're not doing the basics right. And that's completely true. You have to apply the basics right. You have to play what you see, what you train do in the training nets. You have to practice that harder. You have to come out and do the basics right to get the results in your favor instead of blaming the pitch, which is it is not such. I mean, it is substandard, yes, but as I'm saying, it's there everywhere. It's there in every country. You go to Australia, the pitch is supporting them. Yes, if you go to Lords, of course the pitch is supporting. Is going to support the seamers for you because you have better seamers and you are better against the swinging pitches. And then I think Michael Owen also told that Joe Root is a great player of spin, but he's getting out thrice or four times to a spinner. That tells you how the pitch is. It's like saying Virat Kohli is a great player of seam, but he's always getting out to trying to chase away the balls. You see how bad the pitch is. Come on, man. Seriously, he didn't apply himself better in the pitch. That's why
that's the home advantage, right? That is why there is something called home advantage which you have to use to your favor. I mean,
guys, I think
one thing I'll add here.
Joe
Just one
Root,
thing I'll add here.
yeah.
Lords 2018, when India toured England, the number of overs there were less than the Ahmedabad Test match, by the way. In case if anyone doesn't know, India got all out for a mere like 100 or 107 all out in the first innings, and the ball was swinging right from day one.
I think it was
batsman,
2016, right? I think it was
18. It's 18.
Okay, right.
And our batsman could not differentiate between head or tail of where was swinging. Jimmy Anderson was swinging left, right, and center. We all know he's one of the best bowlers in the world. And even in New Zealand, when our batsman was shocking, we never blamed the pitch. We blamed our batsmen because they were we were so inept. Our approach was poor. And yet again, speaking about the cost,
I think Joe Root should have accepted that the pitch was favorable for the spinners. More than complaining about the pitch, he should have accepted about the fact. India goes to Australia, England. We lose all the matches we play. We never complain. We actually accept that we have failed to apply our skills, our techniques. And another thing here about the pitches is that this is a home condition favorable pitch. But on another side, looking at a negative side, I don't think playing majority of matches in such conditions would help India play the actual game they need to do in a foreign soil. We have a big schedule in foreign soil in the upcoming calendar year.
Yeah.
So there's a big challenge for the entire team, right from the support staff to the captain, vice captain, and each member in the playing 11 has a huge responsibility in building their game.
Yeah, and I think we toured England first up, so I can imagine the pitches they're gonna tailor for us. Given that we play 4 or 5 Test matches there, so I presume every single match will be like a full grassy wicket where you cannot.
You know what? For the first or the second time in long years, I'm not worried about that because if our spin is good, our seamers are even better.
Yeah.
At this point in time in our squad, and not just the top 3 seamers, or we've got backups for them as well, which is absolutely great. And if they go in England and where the pitch is seaming, they are going to perform as good as maybe Anderson or Broad or whoever is bowling from their end.
I think where we lost in batting was not our bowling. We lost more in our batting because like
absolutely
2 games like where we had to chase around 200, 230, we kind of wasted our chances there. Our bowling was good actually. I still remember
looking back.
1 minute, Satish, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Bumrah bowled to Keaton Jennings. I mean, 3 outswingers and then 1 big booming in swinger. Keaton Jennings lifted and he was caught dumbstruck. And so coming to India's lineup, I don't see us making changes. Obviously, Bumrah has gone for personal reasons. He wasn't of much use anyway for the 3rd test. I mean, so I think probably Siraj will come in place of him. And Rahane, what do we do with him? He's been so inconsistent. So do we stick or twist with him? I'd like to get Janush here. You can maybe start on this one.
Yeah, I would like to stick with him because he was the captain that Australia squad. At least need to give him 4 tests, and when the pitch is spinning so much, it's very difficult. And
Yeah,
even kind of the 16-20 runs that he got in one of the test matches, I think those are crucial
yeah,
runs
very
at this
crucial.
point in
Yeah,
time. Yeah, every run counts at this point in time. So I would not bow down to taking any of the batsmen out. I would like to keep the mix same. If Bumrah is gone out, I think you bring in Siraj, and that's it. I think there are no further changes required other than any if injuries are there. But I think it should be the same squad, and I don't think Rahane should feel the pressure of being out of form because I don't feel it's exactly being out of form with the pitches and with the conditions India have battered in. It's very difficult to score a 50 or a century, and what Rohit or Kohli have managed to do in terms of getting the runs here and there, it's just commendable, and it's up to their skill that they've been able to do that.
okay, so I'll ask the others as well. So would you bring in Umesh or would you bring in Siraj? Bharat, yeah, you can go on this one.
Okay, so I'd bring in Siraj obviously because he performed really well, and Umesh is coming from an injury, so I don't want to risk him. Siraj was so good in Australia, you see, and then
Yeah,
giving him another chance will motivate him as well. And coming once again for you, like to drop Rahane, that's actually debatable because as he said, like
I'm not saying drop him. Like it's saying it's just a questioning of him because he has one very good innings and then he has some like 4 or 5 substandard innings. He's not consistent like what we want him to be. We all know he's a very good player and he's obviously scored most of his runs outside of India compared to India. So
that's so. So
yeah,
maybe like if we're gonna go with it, then I think we can play Mayank Agarwal at number 4 or at number 5. I mean, like he's been so good against the spin. We all know how good he is against the spin. So
yeah.
maybe play Mayank Agarwal, give him one chance. Considering the fact that we are almost done, like it's more like a dead rubber for me. I really see that India is gonna boss this game from the day one. Even if we lost the toss, I don't think it's going to be a big matter for us. So
It's
maybe
only going to be a question of how many days we finish the test match in, 2 or 3 or 4. Um, yeah. So Varun,
yeah,
so
I think we
yeah,
can make a
Umesh or Siraj for you.
recommendation. So, a
Yeah,
bit too
Varun.
much.
Yeah, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, Umesh or Siraj for you.
Oh, that's also hard because Siraj, he was brilliant, in the Australia tour. And, Umesh, obviously he's come back from an injury, but he's a good bowler. He can swing the ball, and, he can bat too. He can give us some runs. We know that he can hit those big sixes. We've seen him in IPL, we've seen him in the test matches.
Yeah.
So if we need some more batting strength, I would go with Umesh, or else we are not playing that much pace on the pitch anyway, so I think it's better to go with Siraj.
Yeah, because like even Umesh against South Africa, because we remember him scoring a quick 31 of 10, 5 sixes. I mean, England we know are going to play mostly spinners only, so probably against spin he can probably swing like 2 or 3 sixes out of the park, and that can probably help us. But
But Siraj also
assuming the other batsman will not depend on him to do that. Satish, Siraj for you over Umesh?
Definitely, the attitude, the character which he showed in Australia was simply superb.
Yeah,
He was so much impressive. I would definitely back Siraj. Another noted thing is when we look back in the last 3 years, a phase in which Indian team travel, we had produced some top class fast bowlers. I think this was what we all wanted for so much years.
yeah,
After some 7 or something years, I think we are seeing a complete unit of fast bowlers for our team. And looking at the batting unit, another thing is we all forgot one thing. Pujara hasn't scored 100 in the last couple or 3 years, I think so, if I'm not wrong. I think he'll be so much confident and he'll be in a hunt for 100. Looking at Rahane, yes, of course, we have to accept it. Has some inconsistency in that, but definitely he's of good. He has the best technique in our team. So
yeah,
we definitely have to rely on it. We can't be always depending upon Kohli or Rahane or Pujara to bat for so long in a test match. Last match we had Rohit. So this match should be another opener. Then one down. I would expect a complete team performance from Team India in the next match. I hope the match proceeds till the fourth day.
Hoping fourth ray. Okay, that's a new thing.
Prasanna, I would like to add one more
Yeah,
point
yeah.
in the Siraj Umesh Yadav kind of decision. If you remember in the second test when Siraj was asked to come and bowl,
First ball
even
into
though it was
bowling.
a
Yeah,
so even though it was a full turning pitch, he came and bowled some really good balls, and that
yeah,
is why I feel that he'll be a better pick than Umesh Yadav.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
also a
not
good
only
thing.
that,
So
when talking about big hits, like he even hit a couple of sixes against the spinners in the second test when he was playing with Ashwin, right? When
yeah, yeah,
everyone
yeah.
found it difficult to play, Ashwin scored a century, and not only that, even Siraj came out and blew some couple of sixes out of
Ashwin
nowhere.
just told him to stay, and he was like, "Yeah, who cares? I'm going to hit a six. I don't care."
Yeah, so
So
he is
yeah,
a
so
big
let's go through some
bowler to be
stats.
fearless.
Shout out Crick Tracker. There, it's a wonderful website. You can get all the statistical previews for all their games. The link is in the description. So let's play around with some numbers. So Virat Kohli, we obviously know he's due a century for a long time now. So he now has 11,983 runs in international cricket as captain and needs 17 more to complete 12,000 runs. He will be the third player to achieve this after two players. Two players have done this. I think you can name both of them. This is international runs as a captain.
Is it? First thing is Graham Smith.
Yeah,
Okay, one is Graham Smith, the other one maybe
Ponting.
Cook.
yeah.
Yeah, Ponting.
And obviously both of them, great have been great test captains. Kohli, if he wins this test match, he'll be the fourth most successful captain in test cricket. He'll equal Clive Lloyd with 36 wins behind three people. We all know Steve Smith. Graham Smith is first,
Uh,
Ponting is second. Who
Graham
is the
Smith.
third one? Fourth is Kohli. If he wins this, now it's Clive Lloyd with 36 wins. Kohli is now 35 wins. Who is a certain person is third with 41 wins. Guess that. Most test wins as captain.
Ponting.
Graham Smith. Well, Graham Smith is first. Ponting is second. Third is Dash. Fourth is Clive Lloyd. Fifth is Virat Kohli. Kohli, if
Okay.
he wins this, he will become fourth, joint fourth.
I
have
think he's
no
already
idea.
crossed Dhoni, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's
crossed
crossed.
Dhoni.
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
yeah. He has
Already
crossed.
crossed. Yeah,
Dhoni is not the one.
yeah.
Can you give me the country so that we can at least narrow it down to a few players?
Okay, Australia. I think this
Wow.
should be easy. Yeah, Steve Waugh. Yeah.
Border.
Ah,
Out of them, but I was like, I didn't see. I was not born. Like, what do you say? I haven't seen much match.
After Bora is after Kohli. Kohli has overtaken Alan Bora actually.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. Okay.
Ravi Ashwin, obviously we know he has 24 wickets in the series. He needs 10 more in the last test to break the record for most wickets in a test series. The current record belongs to very old
Sangan.
person, Alfred Valentine of West Indies, who has 33 in a four-match series against England in 1950.
Wow.
That's some stat. And obviously, speaking about people who are due for 100, we have Shubman Gill. I mean, I know I don't want to say I'm flattered to deceive because he obviously has a very good technique. He has scored some brilliant runs in Australia. He obviously scored runs here also, but the problem is he's getting starts and he's not converting. That has been the
Of
biggest
course.
problem of
Yeah.
Shubman Gill. I mean, he scored like 350s, 350s in the Australia tour, I guess, and he is due for a big score. I think he will definitely score a big one here. That's what we jinxed. That's what we jinxed last time, but unfortunately he couldn't. But we all obviously want to see a young talent like Shubman Gill because he's not like what to say. The other some youngsters who kind of just have one brilliant test and just fade away. He has had some good performances. He's obviously very good in the field. Also, we saw that in Australia, and he is. I think he will be a very good. I feel he'll score century.
He could be a test specialist. He could be an opening specialist, of course. With
Yeah,
the
he is an opener
strokes he
though.
play.
Yeah,
Yeah, he needs to be a specialist, I think.
Well, I mean, he
Um,
did not, play many test matches, so we need to give him some time, So
Yeah.
so he can bat well with Rohit or any other opener. So just give him some time and he can perform well enough. And we should not jinx his century.
I'm just agreeing to everything he's saying.
I think he deserves a three-digit score.
Yeah, he does. And I think the biggest test will be for him when we tour England on swinging tracks and against the likes of Anderson and Bird, who will obviously be at that peak in England.
Mm.
But I'm
Obviously,
confident he's played against Pat Cummins. He's played against what is it, Mitchell Stark, and then
Hazel
Hazelwood
Wood
in Gaba. In Gaba, the
Yeah.
seaming pitch. I'm really seeing him playing against the swings. What is it? The swinging surfaces of England as well. Like
Yeah,
he's
and
really
also
able to talented.
like also this is I would kind of put it down to the setup that BCCI has created with the India A teams and everybody,
Yeah.
that they have been touring with to all these countries. They tour to these Sena countries and everything, which was not there initially. Now we
Exactly.
see India A tour to Australia, England, South Africa all the time, and therefore they've got confidence in playing on those seaming tracks. Because initially they used to play in India, and then when they went out to play in say England or Australia, it was just something they couldn't handle. But now because of the India A setup and the whole setup around BCCI, these people have got great amounts of experience in playing in these countries. So with Shubman Gill, as you remember the Under 19 World Cup, then he's had a lot of India A matches as well. So yeah, I think he's a talent that is in the making, and I mean the century, we should not put that much pressure on him as of now.
I mean, I know I know we should not put much pressure, but we can see in him. We are expecting things of him because
Absolutely, absolutely.
he's a wonderfully gifted, talented player, and we all know he's hardworking. And yeah, so another
With
stat
the
is
start he gives in every innings,
Yeah.
we actually feel that he's gonna make it today, but he loses half the way.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, I still couldn't believe what he did in the second test. I mean, third ball, it's a straight ball and he's trying to shoulder arms. I mean, that was pretty shocking. I never expected someone of at least his caliber to do. But obviously, players make mistakes. Nobody's robot. Everybody's human. And one more thing here, this is about England. James Anderson has 898 wickets across all formats in his career. He needs 2 more wickets to become the third pacer to complete 900 wickets. There are only 2 players to have achieved this milestone, which is over 900 wickets in all formats. I think we can guess both of them.
Glenn McGrath is one.
Yeah, he's
McGrath.
one.
Okay. Maybe
He's an Asian. I can give you that clue.
Muralitharan.
Yeah.
Not Murli.
yeah, the nation.
It's Wasim Akram. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm shocked with. Murli has 800 wickets in Test. I'm not sure why he doesn't have so much in the other formats as well.
So you're talking about Muralitharan, right?
Yeah, I'm saying Murli, yeah, but he hasn't picked up 900 wickets in his career.
But you're talking about seamers, right? Like he's a spinner.
I mean, even then, see, look how he stands on top 800. I don't think anyone's catching him soon. I mean, even Ashwin, he can go past Kumble if I think he can go. I think he's 34 now. Probably if he plays for a good 4-5 years, I can see him maybe getting close to Shane Warne of 701, but I'm not sure if he can cross 701. I don't think he's crossing Murli.
No way.
I think it's like 400 wickets away still.
Yeah. It's just halfway there, right? It's very difficult.
Exactly.
I would also like to bring out one
BC
point, which is
yeah,
like an England side of point, which is Ben Stokes in every series he has that one match that
Yeah.
he kind of outperforms everybody, outperforms himself as well.
Exactly.
He's not had that in
Yes,
this
yeah.
series. So we have to be wary of the fact that Ben Stokes can have that one innings, because if he gets in, he's not that bad of a player against spin. I know Ashwin has got him a lot of times, and he's been
Yeah.
not been able to crack Ashwin this series. But it's with him, he's a good player of spin as well. He can hit those strokes, and he can get into the. I mean, even in the last match, he was hitting the ball well. It's just that he couldn't take it forward. So you can expect. I feel I expect a good innings from Ben Stokes in this match, either in the first innings or in the second innings. But I'm seeing that he would score a good amount of runs in this match, because I feel he's going to outperform himself in terms of how he's performed in this series.
I mean,
So we
I
have to be
feel
wary
that's
of that.
I mean, even with Ben Stokes or Joe Root, I feel like if you're not able to get them in like the first few balls or something, after that it's difficult to get them out unless they themselves play a loose shot or something, or they try to hit and get out. Apart from that, they're not getting out because they're set and you cannot get them out so easily. So, quick prediction. We are coming to the end of this. So, quick predictions from all of you. I'm not sure the toss matters, but who do you think will win, and obviously by what margin and by an innings something? I'll go first on this one. I think probably if India wins the toss, I mean Kohli doesn't have good luck in tosses, but if he wins the toss, I still think he will look to bat first, put runs on the board, and I'll probably say innings win is a bit far fetched because even though there's a sizable lead, he does want to bat second. He might want to bat second. So, but I still think we'll win this comfortably, say by like 200 or 250 runs. So others can go as well.
All
Bharat?
right. Wait, okay, I have a class now, so I'll just
Yeah.
say my
Yeah,
prediction.
bro.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, Varun. Thanks
Okay,
for coming
bye,
on.
bye,
Okay,
bye.
bye.
See you soon.
Everybody will win. Bye bye.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
India will win.
Yeah,
Everybody will win.
that's the spirit. Yeah. Yeah, Bharat, yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to jinx this like telling they will win like this, they will win like that. All I need is
It's a prediction. I mean, obviously anything can happen. Just
Yeah.
a gut feeling. So obviously,
And yeah, to be honest, like I'm not entirely sure about how the game will go tomorrow. I know it's going to spin, but again, are we very much equipped against the spin? I don't know. We have to see how well we are playing the spin tomorrow. So maybe if we win the toss, if we bat first, definitely a follow-on victory is way far away. I think it's possible, but still, if you ask me, all I need is a victory. That's it. I'm predicting maybe a victory like around under 150 runs like that, or if you're batting in the fourth innings and maybe an 8 wicket or 7 wicket victory, like what we did in Chennai 2008. Not regarding the runs. Okay, I'm just talking about the victory margin, like 7 or 6 wickets in hand.
I mean, speaking of Chennai 2008, that was even though Sachin scored. If Sehwag did not stop with 83 or 68, we're not winning the Test match. I think we
Yeah,
can all
of course,
agree.
of course. That
But
was a
Yuvraj,
crucial knock.
Sehwag and Yuvraj.
Exactly. Sehwag started it all. I mean, in the fourth day evening session, and then Sachin, Yuvraj just took over. I mean, that was such a dream. I mean, the way Sachin took on Graham Swan, that things you
Yeah,
love
no,
to
I
see.
mean, like everyone was like, oh my god, Graham Swan, the day 5 pitch of Chennai, it's going to turn, it's going to bounce, it's going
Nah.
to get everyone out, and then Yuvraj Singh and Sachin Tendulkar came out of the picture and said, we are the boss. That was really, I was a child back then. I was just 8 years old, but still, the match I still remember in my head, like it's one of the greatest of all time in our Test match history, if you ask me.
I mean, we
One
have
of-
so many Test matches like that. I mean, we were
One of
kids
the
and we
greatest
see
Test
Test matches, and we just seem awed by so many Test matches like that. And those Test matches forever will be remembered. We can tell every one of us that we were there to see this match, we were there to see that match, and
Yeah.
So Dhanush, what do you predict?
Yeah, I predict it's going to be an easy win for India, but I also feel that both teams are going to score runs in this match. I think both teams will be much better prepared to play against spin, and it's not going to be a collapse like which we saw in the last game. So I guess it'll go to the third day if possible. If they play a little better, then it'll go to the fourth day. But I don't think it going past the fourth day. So I think that is my
You're saying
prediction.
that,
Which
or you're
is-
saying to go for the Test match because you didn't pick your ticket yet.
No, I just have that feeling that both teams will be better prepared to play spin now because they know that it's going to spin. There's no question about in the third test there was a question how the pink ball will play day night test, new ground.
Yeah.
People didn't have idea about what to do in terms of the ball skidding so much. This time it's going to be red ball, it's going to be spinning, and people are going to be much better prepared to play that. So I feel runs are going to be put up on the board. If India bat first, I think 250, 300 is something we are easily looking at. And then maybe England, we stop them at 150, 200, go into bat, and then give them a target of 400, then maybe win by 150, 200 runs also. But yeah, I'm guessing that there'll be runs in this test match, hopefully, so that it at least lasts for the 3 or 4 days. And I think one more in the live chat, somebody asked that, future of Hardik in tests. I think Hardik is going to come into play once he starts bowling and we go to England. In India, I don't think we need a seaming all rounder as of now.
Exactly.
So yeah, I think that's my state on Hardik and Test match cricket.
I see a comment by Vignesh. Sorry, I saw a comment only now. Comments about Michael Vaughan post.
No comment, simply waste is all I can say.
Exactly. I mean, even he posted on Twitter saying preparing for 4th test with So many minds around, and I saw a comment like your off stump is seen. Your off stump is clearly seen. I mean, you can get exposed through that. And I mean, yeah. So, just speaking about obviously now that you're in Ahmedabad, how many you got the 5 day pass, or like how are you?
Yeah, again, I've got the same thing. I've got the same thing. I'm not sure how many days I'm going to go because I have
Yeah.
work on Thursday and a little bit of work on Friday. But hopefully, if it lasts till Saturday, Saturday is confirm I'm going.
Yeah.
Friday maybe not. And then if it goes to Sunday, then obviously I'll go on Sunday as well. But T20s, I'm not missing one. I'm going all 5.
All 5. Wow. Great.
Now I get to
Enjoy,
know why
enjoy.
he wish the test goes till the day 4. He wants to see.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see more Test cricket. So yeah.
Yeah. So Satish, yeah, finally with you.
Yeah, actual thing is, I expect England to come with a different plan,
Yeah.
something different that they haven't applied in the first, second, and the third test. The batting should be better, the bowling should be under control, and I think there will be a good contest between the two sides. England will look to get a result in this test, but however, the result in the end will favor India. I think we'll win by less than 100 runs. I want such a contest at least till the fourth day.
Yeah, that's a good. People are wanting to see matches till the 4th, and obviously we want to see matches till the 4th. I mean, we all want to see good 5 days of Test cricket. People might say it's boring or whatnot because I there was one commentator, one great commentator. I mean, he unfortunately he passed away. I mean, I'm not sure what his name was. He's the English commentator,
Is it
Henry Blofield. I think he said once during a Test match in India when they came in 1993 and they got wiped 3-0. He was like, ODI cricket is an exhibition, whereas Test cricket is an examination. I mean, that's all we want to see. I mean, you need people like Pujara is the reason why we love Test cricket. I mean, I've heard comments saying that he's very boring. He's not scoring at a fast rate. Why does he need to score at a fast rate? I mean,
Actually, that's the real test for the batsman, right? To play long
exactly.
innings, a steady one.
I mean, how much can you adapt to all formats properly? I mean, Rishabh Pant, whether he has adapted to Test cricket or not, to a certain degree, I think he has bought his hitting abilities, and he's not the player he used to be, like continuous slogging. He's not doing calculated slogging. Obviously, he gets out to the one that he tries to play big shot, then only gets out big. And it's not that we criticize him, but that's his game. That we got used to it, so we can't complain anymore. So yeah, so this has been a wonderful chat with all of you, and we are close to 40 minutes. Thank you, Satish. Thank you, Janush. Thank you, Bharat. I hope Janush enjoys the match till the 5th day, if it goes till there.
Absolutely.
Let's
So
hope.
thank you, everyone, once again. Thank you to everyone who've joined the live stream. Thank you for the comments. Make sure to like this video. Make sure you comment on this. What you thought about our views on this one. Subscribe to this button. Shout out once again to Cricket Tracker because they do wonderful statistical analysis on games. And I would like to shout out again Bharat's YouTube channel, Narukino Official. He does posts on many things. I'll post the link in the description. Janush has done a 12th man show. I think he's taken a sabbatical on What's Along, sir.
I've just taken a pause. I'm waiting for the semi-finals.
Yeah. So he'll do one more. Satish, once again from Visipur Army. Hopefully we meet in Chennai when IPL starts again. I don't know.
Sure.
Let's see. So thank you all once again. See you.
See you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye.